Hey everyone, my name is Zach. I manage strategic partnerships at Shopify up in Ottawa, Canada. Thanks for taking this question. So what are you doing right now to prepare for a post-COVID economy? Are there certain things you're spending your time or your money on? Thanks.
Hey, starting this conversation. Jill, would you like to answer for us?
Well, there are two sides of the story. On one side, I'm trying to keep my mood balanced and get through it. So I'm taking long walks in nature with my dog. I'm also spending quality time with my daughter before she heads off to college in the fall, maybe. That gap year is part of the family conversation. But we're doing a lot of baking in the meantime. But I'm really relishing this found time with my family. But being present with my clients has been a priority. People remember those who show up for them during tough times, and that's now and when it snows.
Thank you. Mariana?
Yeah, I'm an investor. I'm a serial entrepreneur turned investor. So, and because I really am very serious about implementing the Sustainable Development Goals within planetary boundaries, as the Transformation is Feasible paper recommends, I am investing in digitalization of infrastructure. We all know how important that is, so that we have digital everything available to us. So we're building 30% of the CO2 emission worldwide comes from construction. So imagine, as we're moving toward accelerated digitalization, how many data centers we're actually needing to build. And so we discovered the technology that cools with water instead of air, and we're pursuing that, where we save up to 50% in construction cost and also maintenance costs, reduction of electricity and so on. So that's an important thing. We also invest in healthcare, which is another of the 5 action items of the smart way of the transformation is feasible. Also in education for girls, because as Peggy actually pointed out also, the reduction of the carbon footprint on this planet depends on education. And the difference between educating a girl, 12 years of education, and no education for a girl is actually 4.5 children. So the impact there is huge. Then also I work with other investors and teach them, the model for sustainable investing that developed. And I'm also, there's a book coming out. It's called Integrated Investing from Profit to Prosperity, where I, like Peggy said, I'm sharing my secrets there, because it's called secrets, a big word, but it's experience over several decades of successful investing. And of course, I work also with the Club of Rome and at the EU Commission level in order to influence the implementation of the Green Deal, because we should not kid ourselves. The COVID-19 is just a dress rehearsal for climate change and other existential threats that we're going to face moving forward. So we should be very serious about the implementation of the new Green Deal. And that is important because, again, as I mentioned in the beginning, the trickle-down system didn't work in the past that we had up until now. It doesn't work. So we need to change that.
Yes, thank you so much. Tess, quick answer from you.
So I have a lot of friends and relatives who are immunocompromised, and I've actually moved a significant amount of my time into the health tech space. As Mariana said, it is one of the key cornerstones to a sustainable future, and that's where I'm spending most of my time.
Thank you. And Peggy?
Sure. I'm working on growing an edible forest on my urban balcony, and that's going really well. JUCCCE is continuing to work on food heroes, although we're trying to pivot our classes online, so we'll see how that goes. But food education is the single intervention that can help achieve all of the 17 global goals. Food touches everything, so it's a very important part of my life. I'm on the board of organizations like Drawdown, which is all about what are the top interventions to basically battle climate change. I'm a window into China for the West, so I'm constantly blogging. I'm advising companies, advising governments on how is China going to impact the rest of the world, your life? I think I mentioned that I'm procuring medical goods for global governments, and that one I think is really important right now. So it takes about 20 hours of my 24 hours a day. I recently wrote a bestseller called Mesmerize the Media, which is focused on how to take women leaders and what they want to do in the world, how they want to have an impact, and then helping them have more confidence and raise their voice and be a more effective, not just informational speaker, not just an inspirational speaker, but a transformational speaker. So I'm really trying to transform women's lives. That's sort of my part of raising the divine feminine, as they call it. So this class that I mentioned, How to Change the World One Person at a Time, explains how one person can do so many things well in a short period of time. And that's basically that all things are available to you if you just follow your curiosity and be present, be focused in any now moment. So good luck to everybody for being present in COVID.